All right, we are here for the Peripheral Vision Kagurabachi Chapter 120, the Irishima Talks Part 4, which they're not doing much talking anymore.
No, not
It's,
at all.
yeah, they should maybe rename what this is, because this is part 4 of not a lot of talking, but we do get a lot of dialogue, and I think when you told me about this first, we both had a good like little bit laugh because of the introduction, which was Hiroto Soga. His body, which contained Kurotsuchi, was the greatest achieved by mankind.
Dude, it's absolutely nuts. The way they talk about Hiroto is like the way I talked about him before I knew anything about him. I was
Yeah,
like, yeah, he's
yeah.
the strongest guy here. I can already feel it.
You did. You actually did with because you saw Yusoga, but then he had the cool neck tattoos, and you're like, I know that guy's about it. This guy is gonna lay
Oh,
down the
yeah.
law. And then they added on. I don't know because you didn't tell me this when you were reading the spoilers, but he's the ultimate in sensitivity. I don't know what that means, but he's ultimate in sensitivity and strength. I know what the strength part means. Sensitivity, that could go a few different ways, but it says the highest speed humanly possible, further heightened by the directional gravity of Kurotsuchi, which boosts his acceleration. And while we get that being told to us, his face gets palmed by ARIU. It's
Isn't that
crazy.
just disgusting? Hokozona, we're gonna need to have a little chat about this, man.
Yeah,
Like, what
yeah.
the fuck is this? What are you doing to my boy?
Yo, they
You're
even got
saying that
his,
says he's getting manhandled?
yeah, literally, and they got a little bit of his tat in that frame too. It's a nice frame, but
Yeah.
he gets manhandled, and then he gets what looks like he gets Gatling gunned into the chest. It's kind of it's less of a Gatling, like a One Piece Gatling, and it's more of like I just conjured up multiple arms to beat the shit out of you, which is kind of funny because with magic you could do anything. Like I'm sure he could have done the same effect without just pummeling him with multiple hands, but that's what he did. That's what Ryu did. And so we got to this point. I'm glad he's not dead. Even by this point, it doesn't feel like he's dead. It feels like revenge is being taken. Do you think Arui is satisfied by this? Do you think he's like, finally, for my ancestors?
If he was, man, he didn't show it. This guy is fucking stone faced.
Yeah, yeah. He's pretty simple. Like I'm
No reaction on him, dude. You
yeah,
can't get a read on this guy.
and we can't like the explanation that we get later on doesn't really kind of like it doesn't really justify like what we're seeing on screen because like there's like a splatter of blood and then he's just fine. Like what we get later on about the whole senses being mongled a little bit, that doesn't really apply to what just happened, does it? Like, or
I
does
think it does.
Okay, explain it to me because
Yeah.
I'm not really getting it.
Yeah, so as we see, or as we can infer, I should say, Hiroto is going towards him with this crazy, super fast speed, but in reality, he might not be as fast. It looks like he's nerfing these guys without them realizing it.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
how I kind of understand it.
And the AoE
He's
is
paralyzing
huge.
them, nerfing them, all that stuff.
Yeah. And the AoE is huge and undetectable.
You can't see it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So even Shiba is affected by it. But like when he says I can't teleport him, and like so Shiba decides to enter in the fray. He tries to sneak up on Ryu, sorry, trying to get the pronunciations immaculate here. And he grabs him by the shoulder and he says, I can't teleport him. I don't believe it. He's invulnerable to sorcery. So in that moment, it's not anything like sorcery related. It's probably just Shiba's senses made him miss or something. Like he thought he was grabbing him and he wasn't really, right? That's kind of what I'm supposed to grasp from that.
It's either that, or maybe Shiba does grab him, but because he's like momentarily delayed or mentally delayed, he's not activating his ability when he thinks he is.
Okay, okay.
And then it gives Audio enough time to counteract it.
Yeah.
Or just to like I guess get out of the way.
he really likes this multiple hand drop because he grabs him by the throat and then he does like 5 punches again with the multiple fists.
Yeah.
This guy's been reading too much One Piece, I think.
It's
Like,
what do people call it? Like a bunny punch? Like maybe like one punch from this guy isn't all that. So he
yeah.
needs to do like 1,000 punches for it to like actually lead to something.
Is this Ippo? Like, what's happening? It's fucking.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
flicker
so
jabs.
Yeah, yeah. Is that what
My
we're
God.
getting? Dude, this guy needs to that. You know what would be actually kind of funny if like that's one of his biggest gripes of being away from Japan is missing out on all the manga. You know? Like,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. He wants all the goats. He's like, "Oh man, I got to read Kaiji or something.
yeah,
I heard this new series Naruto and One Piece just dropped. I need to check out Shonen Jump."
yeah, like he's been getting the leaks. He's been getting the leaks, the well, okay, not poorly translated in our sense, but back in the day, back in me and Sai's day, like for example, a Dragon Ball Z movie, if I wanted to watch it and like they didn't air it in America, the way to get it was like I would go to Bangladesh, get a DVD, and the DVD was sourced ripped from like Thailand, where Thailand they ripped it off from China, and China got it like legally or whatever. And so the Thai people translated the Chinese dubbing,
Listening to.
and then it got translated into English from Thai, and so you weren't really watching anything like the lines and what was being said. I verified this later on in life when I watched the movies for real, and I was like, that's not what they said on the DVD at all. But it's fine. It's fine. I got to see. With Dragon Ball, it's a little bit easier. You kind of, it's straightforward a little bit, but maybe that's what ARIU is actually missing out on. He was like, over the 1,000 years, the Mikaboshi clan has been blocked out from reading peak fiction, and that's what this vengeance is about. He's missed out on JJK, he missed out on Dragon Ball, he missed out on One Piece, he's missing out on all the good stuff. Dance apparently, to some. So you know, that this rage, it seems like he's been reading a lot of fiction. But yeah, so he splits up Shiba and Hiroto, and we see like the forest being parted like Moses by their bodies, which like that source, they're like reinforcing themselves, right? They're not built like that like normally, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming so.
Yeah, I'm assuming so. Kind of later on we get the separation between like magic and like real life in a second with Mashiro, but everyone comes over this way, and then we're left with Yoshinojo. And he's the oldest looking guy. He's also a Soga clan, and he's excited. He's smiling. He's I don't even know if you can call it looks like he's biting so hard that if there was a hand in between his teeth, it would be ripped in half. This guy is twisting his mustache. He couldn't be happier, and he gives us the logic, the breakdown. He goes, still to catch Mashiro off guard with that surprise strike and totally overwhelm Hiroto and Shiba with pure strength and speed, it's just not possible. It's just unreal. We've tested this. We've been into the lab. We know he's the fastest and he's the strongest.
These guys are not bums.
Yeah, yeah. He knows his squad in and out, and I think that's like the important part of what they said earlier. Like they said, humanly possible. This highest speed, humanly possible. It's almost as if Hiroto could go faster, but if he goes a little bit faster, then his like skin starts peeling off or something. Like that's kind of what it sounds like. But Yoshinojo, he's like, there has to be some sort of trick. So when you were at this part of the reading, did you come up with any theories before you when you actually read it, or did you just jump into it?
Oh, I just jumped into it.
Okay.
So
Because when you were telling me, I was like,
yeah.
Oh my God, what could this possibly be? Some sort of trick? Is he like? And I was like, oh wait, they are all magicians. Like, I'll just listen to what Sai says.
Yeah, sorcery's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I check out the spoilers. So first up, I do look at the images before I read any of the dialogue.
Okay.
So I could kind of see, I was like, what the fuck is happening here? And then I go through and read the dialogue. I'm like, okay, it's all making sense. So yeah, Yoshinojo, I tackle chapters in a really weird way. I think a lot of people would not like that, but yeah. So you see that Yoshinojo, to regain his senses, he bites his tongue off.
Yeah, yeah, which is
Which
normally
it's smart.
a death sentence, right? Like if
Yeah.
yeah, okay, just making sure. Like
Yeah,
if you
that
or
is
I,
1000% a death sentence.
yeah, 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 we would be cooked.
But
Okay,
you know, in the world of Kagurabachi, he's probably going to be okay. I'm sure healing magic is like a really big thing here. I'm sure that somebody on the squad can do it. You know,
yeah,
you don't send a team out there without one medic. So I do wonder who that's gonna fall on.
yeah,
Like, can Shiba heal? Is it Mashiro? Is it Hiroto? Is Hiroto really that cracked? He does everything? Like, or maybe it's
yeah.
Yoshinojo. You know, he's really surprising me. Yoshinojo is very calm-headed despite his appearance.
Technically,
And
they're
yeah.
not in the world of the Phoenix yet, but even when the Phoenix came in on board and like they were talking about like how are these people coming back to life, it didn't even feel like it was in the out of the realm of possibility. They were just like, this
Oh
takes
yeah.
significant magic, who's doing it? And it's like, oh, I didn't know that that was like something people could just do if they knew how to. But yeah, so along that line, like maybe they have someone just stasis field them, keep them locked in where they're at, and then they go back home and there's a Soga like healer. If they have a prophesizer and they have an attacker, surely they have some like, you know, some other kind of healing magic sourcing. Maybe there's a family that we're gonna find out that's like pretty good about this. So maybe Samura's from that family too. Maybe we find out that. But yeah, yeah. So then they say, so Yoshinojo puts two and two together. This space, this air, it's toxic, isn't it? And that's pretty. I mean, even Aryu is like, damn, he figured that all out, and he even tested his own hypothesis by biting his. He's pretty impressed. He's pretty impressed. I would say you got the rankings of these guys down pretty like I mean Shiba's very cool, but he got the Gojo treatment, so he doesn't really count. But you were like you were looking for this guy, and then Hiroto first, and then Mashiro's cool. Mashiro's definitely cool. But
But he's the newest.
yeah, yeah. It's this guy definitely has the aura for sure right here. Biting his own tug before even fighting is kind of crazy. It is kind of wild.
Definitely insane.
Yeah, yeah, cuz like it reminds me of the boa scene where the guy does that, but he does that because he knows the reputation. He's just like his entire crew gets stone petrified, and then he's like stabs himself in the leg to prevent thing. This guy, he's like, it's like the Baki meme, the schizophrenic like fights. He's just going full skit. Like, what did he do? He couldn't have possibly be Hiroto and the other guy. And instead of doing anything before, he just bites his tongue off. And then Ariu doesn't even notice until he's like, ah, what a smart guy. Me, I'd have been like, this guy's crazy. No, but Ariu, he's a seasoned fighter. It's almost like he's seen this before too. But yeah, it's all pretty interesting. The toxic air, dulling their senses or ruining their senses. Surprised it's not like toxic to the point where it just kills them. Considering like Akamura's AoE kind of just does that. Like it's just if you just stay in it, you just die. Like surprised he's not using something like that.
Maybe that is the case.
Oh yeah,
Like if
stay
you stay
long
within
enough.
it long enough, like yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
die naturally.
We have to scale up. Yeah, it's Akamura comes out on the stage and is like, my AoE is stronger than yours and faster.
God, dude.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely
pretty interesting.
cracked.
So is this just magic, or do you think that like he's using insects to do it? Like there's like small insects in the air that are
I
grasping
think
on,
it's
they bit him.
insect magic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's definitely insect magic. And I like that. You know, this is something you typically see in nature. Like I'm sure this exists somewhere out there. So yeah,
Yeah.
you know, like we're probably gonna see more insect abilities. I mean, we saw the wasp a while back. Now we have this poison moth mist. Like, what's next? I mean, I guess centipede, right? We saw
Yeah.
centipede at the end of last chapter, and throughout this chapter, you actually do not see centipede until the very end.
Yeah.
So he's
Yeah.
bringing it out once again.
Is it always white?
Akemura's is black.
That's what I
This
remember.
guy's is white.
That's
Yeah, this guy's is
interesting.
white.
Is that
Yeah.
Maki? No, I'm joking. But, you know, it is that I did notice that despite my not always being able to pay attention to Kagurabachi fights, I was like, wait a second, Centipede is in white, and then got the confirmation here. But yeah, and then we jumped.
Last chapter showed up as a white, which is very like you said, unique.
Yeah, very, very interesting. And we're probably gonna see not more of it soon, but we're gonna start understanding it. I feel like, I mean, we'll talk about it in a second once we get past this Mashiro thing, because Mashiro gets the situation. Well, Yoshinojo, he's like, bro, pull out your max, start giving us the real stuff, and it's smart on his side, because he's just like, I just want to know what you're capable of so we can take you down later, which we know ends up happening in the sense that, like, Japan starts winning, but they start listing out superhuman vitality and regeneration. Well, at least he's got it, if not the others. In any case, no ordinary attack is going to take him out. That's all Hiroto talking to Mashiro. They concur their sorcery doesn't work. We'll just have to physically obliterate him. And that was my, like, Mashiro is goated for that. To just say that line. So we have to physically obliterate him. And then it pans immediately or cuts immediately to the ship being condensed by gravity, or what the air cannon thing. What is exactly Mashiro does again? Is it
like,
it's like
gravity magic essentially?
Yeah, it's like
pressure in certain areas is how they described it.
Yeah, air pressure cannon pulling. It's like pain. He's pain. He's like one form of pain doing the moon magic. But Hiroto,
the moon magic.
I forgot the name of
way
it.
To put it.
The making moons.
Like the Shinra Tensei.
Yeah, that one. Shinra
Almighty
Tensei.
Push.
Yeah. I knew that part, but was that what was translated, or it said Shinra Tensei Almighty Push afterwards?
That's just the English variant.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mashiro was so, like, he was so about it, because Hiroto doesn't even turn yet, and he's just like, wait, what are you doing? And then he's like, oh my god. And then Mashiro hits us with it's like a death flag line, but it's like two sides of it. He says, it was an honor to be chosen to work with you guys. I gotta do just a little something before I head home. And I told Sai that, like, I was like, does home mean heaven? Is that what he means?
Yeah, Par thinks that Mashiro is gonna just pass out and see the big man upstairs whenever he's done with this attack.
Yeah, it's just, but then he hit, because he goes, it was an honor to be chosen, and I get it. It was like, maybe he wasn't on the squad all the time. It's new, and there was like other options for the scene. When he's like, I'm honored. But then when he goes, I gotta do just a little something before I head home, I'm thinking home might mean upstairs. But he's still got life in his eyes, but he's bleeding profusely.
That's the Par vision right there. Par thinks Mashiro's checking out and he knows he's cooked.
Yeah, but his eyes, I keep on Hokazono, he draws the eyes really well. And last chapter, when I saw the life in his eyes, I was like, oh wait, no, he's still here. Okay, he gets like his entire gut taken out, but he's still here. His eyes, that's what you guys gotta look at with Hokazono. You gotta look at them.
Or just not look at the line as if he's insinuating that he's gonna pass out and die any minute now. As
Sai would say, you gotta start reading between the panels, Sai. You gotta with the whole. Someone said that to me on another thing. It's like, Par didn't learn how to read between the panels yet. Oh god.
He's still figuring it out.
Yeah. And so yeah, he says, let's slug him with a real big chunk of iron, which I loved, because like I was so magic brained by this point. I was like, oh god, what are they gonna do? What magic spell? Nope, just hit him with a big piece of that will kill him. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's kind of true. Like, they are still humans. So like, if you just hit him with like metal, lots of it, and he can't like lift it or do anything, he's kind of dead, right? Like,
he
that
should be.
Yeah.
But I mean, then again, it's shonen. He could just survive it.
I do
brush it off as a flesh wound.
But I do like they don't even really know the symbolic meaning. This is the Parvision. How else do you handle a bug? You squash them. And they don't even know that it's insect magic like that yet, you know? but it's like Machiro's like ultra instinct is kicking in, and it's like, this guy's a goddamn insect. You hit him here, he keeps coming back, it's regeneration. This, well, let me just squash this cockroach. And he throws the ship at him, and surely you think, oh, he's fast enough to dodge, he was dodging them earlier. But that's where Yoshinojo comes back in, and he gets grabbed through the body, and he holds on in anime fashion. He grips on and uses rigor mortis to lock in his grip onto ARIU. And then it's also aided by Hiroto, right? He does the bop on top of his sword to drop the Kagutsuchi, right? That's what it seems like.
So
and then
he pushes it down.
Yeah.
You have like pretty much the Void Earth ability from last chapter is coming back in here. And we see that ARIU gets slammed into the water.
Right. Or
but
like,
it doesn't look phased at all.
Is it? No, it's the middle of the island, right? It's the middle of the island, but like the water is around the island, right? They're on the island. Right? That's all. The dark black is the island, yeah?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Dark black is the island, yeah.
Yeah. No, I get it, because it's all drawn with the same like chasm lines, you know? So
Yeah. He's fine.
Yeah. He gets dropped, and it seems like Shiba drops in to pick up Yoshinojo, right? That's
before it lands.
Yeah. And so, you know, chapter's pretty straightforward. Definitely epic, definitely very cool. It is so hard to do something like this where all the characters feel cool. Every character felt cool in this chapter. I don't think that there was like any moment where I was like, this guy's a loser. Every character felt like a winner in this one, and that's kind of hard to do when you're trying to draw like a meaningful fight where someone wins and someone loses. But yeah. So IRISHIMA Talks Part 4, like I said, did not have a lot of talking, but do you think IRISHIMA Talks Part 5, is that in the books? Are we gonna get more of IRISHIMA?
We're gonna keep on going.
Okay, so ARIU is not out for the count. Well, we kind of assume that much. But as far as the fighters go, do you think that this is their moment? Like, yo, we need to bounce. We need to leave. We need to get out of here. And then also, where's that old guy? The old guy,
he's on the beach.
He's on the beach still? Like, he's just watching, right? Or is he in the ship? I forget.
He should be on the beach. He was last seen on the beach.
Last seen on the beach, and he had the ship behind him. Yeah, so, like, no one's dead yet. But, like, so you think Part 5 comes in and the fight continues. That's the cards for the next chapter?
Yeah, the fighting will continue. It'll probably keep on going on until somebody dies, and then they'll start retreating, and then I think they're just going to start dropping like flies.
Damn.
Like, you know, I was making fun of Part earlier because he thinks that Mashiro believes he's going to die. I do think Mashiro will die.
I'm just waiting for it.
By the end of this flashback.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I'm just like, is he dead yet? Is he dead yet?
Yeah, Par's like jumping the gun with that really hard. But, no, I do agree. Mashiro, he's got death. I mean, most of these guys have death flags. I think they all die minus Shiba. Yeah. Whether they die here or just in the war in general, I think they're cooked.
Yeah, Shiba's crazy because he probably leaves this with some PTSD because he's still young, right? Him and Mashiro seem like the same age. And then the other two are like seasoned warriors. One who's been tested the speed of God or in the speed before God's realm, essentially. And then there's Shiba who's can teleport. But yeah, it's kind of interesting because I would feel like at this is the point. This is the point where it's like, okay, guys, let's run. Like, I just don't know what it looks like yet. Is the observer gonna stop them from running? Does the fight keep going? I mean, he said he's just an observer, but he didn't say he's not the bouncer, right? Like, he can lock you in the room. And correct me if I'm wrong, but Shiba hasn't tried to like teleport off of the island yet, right?
No.
Yeah. So that's still like, but the thing is, they only had one ship. What would they do? Would they just like, can Shiba teleport back home? Do you think he could do that?
We don't really know the extent, but I like to imagine he could.
That'd be wild if he could. I feel like he can,
Yeah.
because if he can teleport like into dimensions, right? Like he can technically, right? Doesn't he just need? He just. Oh no, it wasn't dimensions. It was that at the auction house. He was just mad far away. He was with like the house, right? And then he teleported to the
Yeah.
place. That was like the
Yeah, I
furthest
mean,
we've seen.
Shiba's teleportation, the distance seems really grand.
Yeah.
I mean, even when it comes to like what protecting Rokuhira, like he said, yeah, I could be there in like 10 seconds. Like, I mean,
That's
well, I don't
wild.
think he said 10 seconds, but he could be there like really quick. It's just
Yeah.
that they killed Rokuhira very quick as well.
Yeah, yeah.
They killed him in like a span of what was it, like 3 seconds or some shit?
I think it's 5. Probably 5.
Yeah, it was like somewhere in the single digits. But if they took a little bit longer, of course, Shiba would show up because he's just that fast.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
And he didn't show
yeah,
up
I
fast
think
enough.
he could teleport to Japan.
Didn't show up fast enough to save his life, right? Because that's kind of important. Because Mashiro's like, what did they do to Kunoshige to like, it's not One Piece, right? Like they like took his pulse and they're like, no, he's dead. And like 5 seconds later, Shiba can't show up and save his life, which means that he was very dead. His name is Togo Shiba. Shiba Togo. Age, the patented 39 years old right now. Oh, not right now, but in Act 1, he's 39. I'm just checking to see if there's like a thing on his abilities. Overall abilities. Combat prowess. Teleportation. Quickly remove people from danger. Maximum range. Teleport. Oh yeah, maximum range of his teleportation is not known, though he was able to teleport from the Sazanami estate to an apartment building in Tokyo in seconds, possibly indicating a maximum range of several kilometers. Which the island's...
That's pretty good.
Yeah, the island's not that far off the coast either, right? Like, I don't think either, like, even Shokoku's not that far off the island either. But yeah, it's yeah, okay, his sorcery does not allow him to teleport into subspaces created by other... Yeah, that would just be broken. That'd just be insane if he could just do that.
You're in your inner thoughts? All right, Shiba's there.
Yeah.
Whew, Jesus Christ.
I mean, like, if you gave him Datenseki, then he probably could, right? Like, that's...
Oh, yeah. You give him this hacked ability? Oh, yeah, I'm sure he could. Yeah, give him hacks, and he can do it.
Yeah, I mean...
agree. I generally agree with that one.
I mean, okay, what I mean by that is, like, by our understanding by the auction arc, right? By then, our understanding of the Datenseki wasn't that, like, developed. But then once we got Samura was just, like, reviving everybody, and it's like, oh, yeah, no, you give Datenseki to Shiba, he's teleporting into your thoughts. Yeah, for sure. That's probably
even
big.
with this, right? Like, even without the sword, it's like, hey, yo, you put Datenseki on as a necklace, you're good.
Yeah.
You're fucking chilling, dude.
Like, the thing is,
Datenseki's OP.
a lot of people were telling us, like, yeah, once you forge a contract with the sword, you lose your sorcery, which is, makes sense why, like, someone like Shiba is not giving it up either. Also, he wasn't one of the strongest, like, swordsmen, right? So that's another separation.
Yeah, he was strong, but he's not like a swordsman, so which is probably why he doesn't get a blade.
Yeah. But you would imagine that Kunoshige could have made something for him. Because the contracts weren't mandatory, right? The contracts were like a fail-safe, kind of, right? Or
I don't recall. I think they were mandatory.
Were they, like, did Kunoshige have to make the contracts so they access the abilities? Or were they like, oh, just in case, like, one of you die, you all die, kind of thing? Well, that's not how... Yeah, that is how it worked, but... It was kind of like a fail-safe. I gotta double check that, actually. I'm sure someone in the chat in the comments will clarify, give us the good chapter number on that one.
Speaking of clarification, somebody did clarify that why Ukizane's name keeps on changing around.
Oh, so I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
What did they say?
They left a hearty comment. Essentially, like, Japanese is very it boils down to Japanese being very finicky, and there's a lot of ways to look at it, and it looks like Ukizane is like the correct one.
Gotcha, Ukizane.
And it makes sense why the translators initially, did Uki. I think it was like Ukima or something. But
yeah. Oh, I see it.
Yeah. You see
a bit late. Yeah, by Roop to Rep. Shoutouts. 4 days ago. a bit late. That's why also why I didn't see it, because it wasn't on the drop. But appreciate you dropping this. It says, a bit late to comment, so I'm not sure if you'll read this. I am reading it. But regarding the mistranslation of Ukizana's name, I wouldn't fault the translator for this. Japanese names are sometimes even given unique pronunciations that aren't intuitive to even native Japanese people for almost arbitrary reasons, like adding deeper meaning to one's name. Sometimes people will have to literally ask someone's name how someone's name is pronounced, despite giving the kanji for it. If you ever read Japanese manga, you would often find small text called furigana above or next to Japanese names to denote how it's pronounced, which is stuff that I imagine like we're not necessarily getting when we read like the viz on this, right? Because like Stephen Paul's not giving us that.
Yeah, so they cooked with that comment.
Yeah, very, very awesome. This helps with reading everything, period. Because I actually didn't know that like Japanese readers have a translator note that doesn't get translated for us. That's essentially what they're saying, right? Like when we get the TCB, we get the translator note that adds more detail into what the translation is.
Why they chose certain things.
Yeah. But in the Japanese text itself, you get the furigana to add more context, which is pretty awesome. Did not know that. And he's also talking about the stuff above it too. But with the viz, we're not getting that. So, but he says in this case, and he writes, check out the comment for that, because there's Japanese written there, so I wouldn't know how to read that out loud. But he says Hokuzono is specific is somewhat notorious for using not obvious pronunciation for names that even the publisher themselves got the name Masumi, Samura's ninja bodyguard group, mixed up. In chapter 55, the official furigana that was given was Makizumi, but Hokuzono had to explicitly state later via his personal Twitter account that it was Masumi. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. That's what's so awesome about doing these things. We get to talk to a bunch of people. Yeah, love that comment. That's like a One Piece Sandman level addition to context here. So shout out.
Also, I just looked it up to see like what Hiroto's tattoo means.
Yeah.
Apparently, it can be read as Hiroto, is what the wiki says.
He got his name tattooed on him.
Well, okay, yeah, it's not like exactly his name is what it's saying, like, but it said it can be sounded out as Hiroto if you wanted it to be. But I don't know what it means.
It's not kanji.
Yeah, it's kanji. It's kanji.
So it probably means
Google Translate just says daytime sounds, which I don't know if that's accurate.
That's so funny too. Daytime sounds is like an alarm clock.
No, I'm assuming it's something nice in Japanese. But the fact that you can read it as Hiroto is so fucking funny.
Okay, well, if it's
like, if he ever has amnesia, he'll be fine.
Yeah,
just realize who he is in like 2 seconds.
Not like Hakuri's brother, right?
Oh yeah. Fuck, what was his name? Starts with an S.
Yeah, I forget. So it's 4 letters, right?
It's not Soga.
No, it's not Soga. No, I forget it.
Salami? Soya.
4 letters.
Soya.
I knew it.
Soya, Soga, and Sojo. Fuck, dude. There's so many like 4-letter S names here.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Yeah. Oh god. You're doing me.
Next, we're gonna meet a Soto.
And it doesn't help having like Sai. His dyslexia was on display last stream, and then mine is just always on display. So, sometimes reading is a bit of a task for me. So I can, if I stopped reading for like a year, I probably would lose the ability because my dyslexia would just cook my ass.
Yeah, and English isn't. Keep in mind, English isn't me or Par's first language. Like Par, he speaks like all dialects of Indian, and then me, whew, Jesus Christ, dude.
I thought you were gonna say that about yourself, and I was like, "Damn, Sai's gonna say he can read Chinese and like Mandarin and shit." And then you said, "No, I can read dialects in India." That's so crazy. No, I'm the least I can understand other languages, but I can't speak it for shit. My tongue. I also was diagnosed with fat tongue, so there's also that. It's a diagnosis.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah,
Girls must
yeah.
love you, man. Jesus.
Yeah, it's the dentist. They had to lock up my tongue for a few years. So
Yeah, put it in a cage.
no, literally, it's I don't know what it's
Stop his
called.
fat tongue.
Yeah, they didn't tell me it's called fat tongue, but one of the like the like the ladies, she's like, yeah, it's like technically you just have a bigger tongue, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah,
That's cool. That's a good one. I feel like that's a buff, right?
yeah. This is not a buff when you're a kid.
Like, dude, imagine like I don't know how fast you could like lick a popsicle down
Oh
to its
yeah,
core.
that's why the Tootsie
You're a
Pop
fucking
thing
monster.
that never applied to me. It was whatever he counted, the owl counted. I was way above that. It's called a. I was right. It's called a tongue jail. That's what it's called. It's
A tongue jail.
yeah. When you're a kid and if your tongue's too big, they put a jail so that your tongue doesn't press up against your teeth, so you don't get like an overbite or underbite, which I had at the time, but it's self-corrected a lot of it. So yeah.
Okay.
So that tongue be, man, when you gotta like roll R's and stuff in other languages or roll syllables, it's not rolling. My tongue can roll, but it just has more momentum.
It's too fat to roll. Yeah, instead it tumbles.
Yeah, there you go. I got a tumbler tongue. Got a tumbler tongue.
Got a tumbler.
Yeah.
Jesus. I remember when Tumblr was a big thing back in the day.
Yeah, and then they self imploded on their own. They did a lot of damage to themselves from what I remember.
Yeah.
They could have been not shouting them out, but they could have been the pre OnlyFans platform if they went in a different direction.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, this chapter, it's I don't know if part 5 Irishima talks happens. If I'm being honest. Also,
Do you think we cut away here?
I don't know. I just feel like if it hinges on the level of like there's a point when fighting becomes stupid. You know what I mean? And when I'm the character I'm thinking about is Kid, where I'm like there was a lot of directions you could have went to avoid this fight. And the disparity of strength, like, it's not something that you don't understand. You didn't even see the captain the last time you lost your arm. So, like, why are you trying to engage in this fight at all, right? And in this one, I'm like, do they think they can kill ARIU? And if yes, why do they think that? Because, like, the guy...
I mean, even if you don't think you can, you have to keep on fighting. Like, this is a war, man. You can't just let this guy go.
Well, it's not
if you
yet.
can get a one...
Not
if you
yet.
can...
But...
not yet, but if
Yeah.
you can get a one-up on the Mikaboshi, you get the one-up.
Yeah, that's
Like,
fair.
I think it makes a lot of sense why you'd want to, like, no matter what, you lock yourself into this battle until you start, like, you know, everybody starts dying. Like, until somebody suffers, like, a crazy, like, debilitating injury where they can't fight anymore, which, I mean, hell, Masha got stabbed through the chest and so did, Shinojo, but they're still fighting.
Yeah, but
I think they're going to stick around.
The problem there is that there's an entire dude who's probably, like, he's scared. I don't know, like, Mashiro didn't really explain it fully. Like, he said ARIU is the scariest one, right? Like, if he's stronger than everyone, but, like, we don't necessarily know what that means for the old guy. And there's an entire dude that they're not fighting, and he said he's the king, he's the dad. And so, unless...
He didn't say he was the king.
Okay. He didn't say he's the king, but he did say his son is the crown prince. And so, if they're not taking care of him too, then I'm like, it's not worth fighting. If you can't fight him also, because the point of taking ARIU down would be to prevent their side from getting the envoy back of like immediately and saying we're at war, and then you can run back and have enough time to put up your defenses and stop whatever like is coming your way. Which, if you're not taking care of the observer guy, then and you're just gonna kill the guy in front of the observer, then it's like, I don't know, I feel like you have to go all or nothing, right? And so it's like, this is the all or nothing point where all of them have wounds except for Shiba, I guess. Shiba just got punched a few times. But all of them have like life-threatening, not saying life-defining wounds, but life-threatening wounds. And they haven't even fought the other guy yet. And then like I'm thinking about like a video game, and I'm seeing the guy with the question marks on him, and I started fighting him, and then there's another NPC who's like, "Oh, don't worry about me. I'm just here to watch." That's my son, though. I'm like, yo, I'm not touching the question mark guy anymore. I'm putting him down in the hole, and I'm gonna put as much concrete as I can on top and run my ass the other way.
No, they're not doing that, man. I would put money down that I would put money down that they're not running until somebody dies.
Do you think Hiroto?
They will run. I mean, we know Shiba does get out of there, but until somebody like goes down on the ground and just passes on to Mashiro's version of home, they're gonna keep on fighting. Like I think as the strongest 4 in Japan. Yeah. And with this initial declaration of war, essentially, you can't back down. I feel like they're going to keep on going, especially after that attack. Even if ARIU comes out unscathed, 100% HP, they're not running still.
You know what? I think part 5 will happen, and you know why?
And here's the thing. If I'm wrong, I'll send you another brown Labubu.
Oh, I haven't opened the package yet. We were all sick, so I was
by the way, you don't have to keep that thing. Some of it is just random gobbledygook. If you don't want to keep something, throw it away.
Okay.
I would not hurt my feelings.
I still don't know what we were talking about, but I'll see soon. Once I'm not sick, or once because my wife was like not feeling good. She was in bed, and I was just like, "Do you want to open the package?" She's like, "Not right now." And I was just like, "Okay, we'll wait."
Fair.
Yeah. But the reason why I think part 5 happens is solely. Well, there's a lot of reasons why I can think about it. Like, let's say, for example, hypothetical, let's say, is Shiba the captain?
I don't know. I'd like to imagine so.
Okay, let's say
I could believe it.
Hypothetical, the order is like he's like, let's go, guys. Let's run. I'm not saying that's his character. I'm just saying hypothetically, it's in the air of leaving, right? But the reason why I feel like there's 2 thoughts that came to my mind. The first one was Mashiro. He hit, let's slug him with a real big chunk of iron. That you're like, when you think about it, that's not the words of a guy who wants to run. That's the words of a guy who wants to die trying, And I feel like you're right. Part 5 with Mashiro saying words like that as the last line. It's like, damn, that big chunk of iron didn't work. All right, let's hit him again. You know what I mean? Like, it sounds like he literally would be like, all right, boom, 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 just sitting there trying to beat his ass to death. Like, I feel like between him and Hiroto, it's like maybe there's something like they try to, we get a combo attack. You know what I mean? And then if the combo attack doesn't work, then they entertain it. But the other reason why I was thinking that they don't run is Hiroto being personally offended. Like, he's like, I am the peak of humanity. How dare this man touch me? You know what I mean? And I feel like he's like a fighter. And so he wants to keep fighting until he dies, kind of thing. Like, he might be the kind of guy who's like, I finally feel challenged. And so he like goes into the fight even harder. But I feel like more like Mashiro's side of it things. So I'm coming to your side. I think part 5, IRISHIMA Talks part 5. But how many parts then?
I'd say 7 is where it ends.
7 is where it ends. Okay. Wow. Yeah. So we're at 4. We're gonna go 5 is more fighting. 6 is
more fighting, fleeing.
Okay, and then you said 7, right?
7 is the wrap up.
That's when the talks
where we might actually get talks there.
Interesting. Do you think that there's reinforcements
for Japan or for the Mikaboshi?
Either side.
I wouldn't say reinforcements. I bet there's more observers though.
Oh.
Like, you know how like that old guy said, I'm here to bear witness? I feel like we could get more witnesses.
Okay. More witnesses from the Mikaboshi side?
Yeah.
You don't think Japan...
I mean, they're in a hole right now. I like to imagine they're just like, yo, like, I want to fucking see the sunlight. Let me see. How's my boy ARIU doing? And the thing is, too, we don't know how strong ARIU is in comparison to the other princes. Like, what if
Yeah.
they show up and like, hey, little bro, you're fucking cheeks, man.
Yeah,
You're
that's what I was
weak.
thinking. I was gonna ask you, like, do you think that he's the weakest prince? But he's the crown one.
He could be the weakest. I mean, yeah, he's the first prince, right?
Well, they said crowner first. Because crown doesn't
I think they
necessarily
said
mean
first.
first. Crown could just mean the best inheritor. But was that last chapter? It was last chapter, I think.
Yeah, it was last chapter.
Yeah, it's an interesting oh no, was it the chapter before?
Oh, yeah, no. Chapter before, it says, my son and the crown prince. Yeah, crown prince.
Crown prince. So
But we know that there's, okay, by the way, we don't know if there's other princes per se.
Yeah.
They're guardians chosen by the Mikabo. I call them princes just because I feel like if one's a prince, they're probably all princes. So I'm totally going I forgot, I'm going headcanon with that one, but
it's
yeah, I could be 1000% wrong.
Understandable though, because they said that the purest, like, it's all pure-blooded Mikaboshi, like that they're inbred some way or one other, right? Like, yeah, so like they have to be related. Like there's no way you get pure-blooded Mikaboshi and 6 of them and then there's no relation. That's just mathematically not mathing. Like, that's some girl math right there.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you're in a cave in the dark for like 1,000 years, there's gonna be incest going on there. Like, the Mikaboshi clan didn't really, they couldn't hop online and just see what, Hinge, Tinder date somebody. No. These guys are locked in a cave with themselves. There's a lot of incest going on here. They kind of had no choice. Unless they're like picking up stragglers who were drowning in the ocean and then just took them to Atlantis. Nah, dude, it's Mikaboshi on Mikaboshi action.
Okay,
they're trying to survive.
Yeah, Mikaboshi on Mikaboshi
like straight up,
action.
like mother, son, brother, sister shit going on there.
And it's not frowned upon, right? Because they have to.
Okay, it would be frowned upon, yes, but if you have no choice, you kind of have no choice. It's not like you can be necessarily picky. And it's kind of like how they're fucking eating insects. I doubt they want to eat insects. I bet you put a healthy ass cow or pig in front of them, they're gonna be drooling. It's just that all they had were bugs.
What if the first guy prayed for a girl from the rock and the rock made a rock girl? And so like they were able,
that'd be cool.
Yeah, and they were able to like make us, like, the rock made it so that it wasn't frowned upon, like, fully. Like, because there is some inbreeding.
Okay, wait, you're cooking. Yeah, so you're saying the rock made a rock girl for them. Like, literally stone woman, so that they wouldn't have to perform incest.
As hard as they needed to. Because, like you said, it's 1,000 years on a rock.
It would give a new meaning to, like, wedding stones, I guess.
Yeah. The rock kept them alive. It'd be kind of torturous if the rock kept them alive and forced them into pure incest between mom and son. Like, the rock surely has feelings for them, right? It's like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that to you. Here's does this fit your, like, maybe that's also ARIU's like gripe with it. It's like, I only had one girl. We only had one option. There was no menu. There was no Tinder. Like,
it wasn't even like a rock girl. It was just a hole in the rock in the legendary stone. They all just visit this hole and it gives birth to like a new Mikaboshi person.
No, not a hole in the wall, bro. Not a glory
The
hole,
Shokoku are disgusting.
But you just admitted that it's not their fault. They got driven off to this rock, and it's their choice is either
they had no
dying.
choice.
Their choice is either dying or eating bugs, and they chose to drink the. Okay, that part they didn't need to do that, right? That's where we draw the line. They didn't need to do that.
No, it's like bug juice.
Yeah,
but
like
bug juice as a kid.
No.
No, like not like bug juice, but like bug juice, the soda drink that they sold in gas stations.
No, I've never.
Really?
I don't even know what this looks like. Bug juice.
Yeah.
Drink. Oh, for over 30 years. No, I've never had this.
1990s summer camp staple.
Blue bananas.
Ingredients: water and high fructose corn syrup. And that's it. It just came in like a bunch of colors. Yeah, bug juice was like a big thing for kids, man. I fucking loved bug. I mean, it didn't taste any different from like Kool-Aid, but
what was your favorite flavor?
I got blue. I always just got blue.
Blue bananas or blue raspberry or mystery flavor?
I don't know. I just got blue.
Oh, okay, because there's three
You
blues
know,
here.
I just picked it for its color. I didn't pick it for like the flavor on the label.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh,
you never drank bug juice before?
never even heard of it. This is actually isn't considering like Coke and Pepsi. This is better than that. The sugar's only. I mean, this is probably today's thing. I don't know, 30 years ago if they were cooking this, but it only has like it's a lot of sugar, 23 grams. But Pepsi has like 45 in a mini can. Like it's crazy. So like that's actually. Oh, and they don't use food coloring? Wow, that's pretty impressive. I'm impressed. Whatever this company is to survive this long and they already hopped off of Red 40, shout outs. I have respect for that. I might even try it.
Yeah,
now.
I can't believe they're still around.
Yeah,
I
might
last
even
saw
try
that
it.
drink like maybe 10 years ago,
Wow.
and that's it. Yeah, you don't see bug juice super often nowadays, but bug juice when I was a kid was like kind of everywhere.
Yeah,
I remember my dad would take me fishing, and I just like always buy a bottle of bug juice.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So I
Yeah.
guess RU and gang are not as gross as we thought. They were just recreating a camp favorite down in
Yeah, a summer camp USA favorite.
yeah. Well, I wouldn't say USA. I guarantee you, out of 10 people, I don't think a New Yorker would know what this is. I'm pretty sure. At least in New York City. In New York City, I don't think I've ever seen this. And they usually have some crazy stuff there. But upstate New York, maybe. I gotta ask. I'll ask 10 upstate New Yorkers if they've
I'm
ever
looking
heard
at
of
it right
this.
now. It's really just sold in the United States.
Yeah. But
So
I'm
people
not,
around the
I'm
world
not-
might have no idea what the fuck this is.
Yeah, and I'm talking about New York because I've never heard of the brand. I've never seen this bottle, and I've seen like if you ever do inventory of some sort or see the inventory, you start seeing some crazy stuff, and so like it's stuff that you sometimes don't even see on the shelves because it gets pocketed. It's pocketed and sold somewhere
Yeah,
else.
somebody is buying out all the bug juice before it hits the fucking shelves.
I
Be
mean,
so
it's
funny.
not hitting the shelves up here. I've been to the super Walmart, the biggest Walmart in the world for the last, well, it got upstaged by, I think, a Chinese Walmart like 4 years ago. But the biggest Walmart in the world does not have this. And their drink section is immaculate. It's crazy. A lot of stuff that you never heard of.
I don't think bug juice has the money to be on the shelves at Walmart.
And that's crazy because Walmart's like a lower bar here, over here. So that's interesting. But speaking of degenerates, not the people of Walmart, but the also wait,
The
where
MIKABOSHI.
where you live,
What's
are
up?
there Walmarts every like every few miles? Do you have neighborhood
Oh
Walmarts?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
we don't
My
have
mom actually worked at Walmart for the longest time.
that. Yeah. No, it was a shocker when I went south and there were neighborhood Walmarts. I was like, what the hell? Why was there 16 Walmarts on the way home? And then they're like, you don't know what a neighborhood Walmart? I was like, what do you mean neighborhood Walmart? You only need one.
I don't like neighborhood Walmarts. I'd rather just go to like a big Walmart. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, my cousin didn't go to the neighborhood Walmarts either. He went to the big one, but that's a different story. That's a 50-50 story. Anyways, yeah, the part 5, part 6. I don't know about part 7. I think part 6 would be enough to do it, but it depends on the magic. Like how much Hokazono wants to show us of them here versus later, because I mentioned in the comments last time, but I think towards the end of the Irishima talks is when I'll bring up chapter 72, which is the chapter that told us about like the truth of the war, the Seitei War, and the bloodthirsty savages and that nature. I want to talk about that towards the end of the Irishima talks, because then we'll get a casing of like what they're fighting up against, what the starting point was, and then we'll get a good idea of how things ended, and then we can try to fill in the blanks, because I imagine after that we're going to start filling in the blanks of how we get to point A to point B of Act 1 and Act 2. But yeah, this chapter 120.
I think we're gonna be in this flashback for a long fucking minute, dude.
Flashback for sure. I just
Yeah.
don't know about the Irishima talks part of like the being on this island fighting part, I think
Yeah, like I said, 2 chapters, and then the 3rd chapter is just like not getting off, but like talking about like what went down. like the Shiba tapes.
Yeah, the Shiba tapes. Oh, I do want to see
all
the
extra info.
Yeah. So there's a lot to look forward to.
We're gonna be here for a long time. Hopefully, we meet more Soga clansmen that replace these guys. The Soga clan, man, they got so much fucking aura. I love them.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
If there was like one family to rule them all, yeah, Soga clan. I mean, I'll say it again. Get rid of these nasty ass Mikaboshi people. I think we were right. You know, people, they don't like the G word, but I mean,
this is 1,000 years
they're gone
into them being locked into a jail cell. Maybe if they got let out, maybe they would be not drinking and incesting. But if they got let out and 50 years later, we see them still incesting and blood beetle. No, and there's probably cannibalism too, right?
This all boils down to like the fucking Madara thing. You should have just killed him when you had the chance. I mean, I guess he didn't know Madara survived. It always goes back to One Piece. You have to eliminate them root and stem. If the Mikaboshi King died 1,000 years ago, none of this would be happening. Should have wiped this clan out of existence.
You quoted it wrong. The One Piece thing is you have to find the body. You have to see
find the body. Dude, oh my god. Yeah, you need to do what they were. I mean, even with the Roger thing, right? Like they're like, oh, let's find Roger. So they never found Ace, man. If they found Ace, so much trouble would have been avoided. If they found Kanjuro, if they found Orochi, so much would have been avoided. If One Piece has taught me anything, my big life lesson takeaway from One Piece, thank you, Oda Sensei. Make sure you are thorough when you're wiping out a clan.
Yeah, I just wanted to add, like, in terms
Don't miss them.
In terms of the Soga clan being on top, like, it is, guys, just, the guy is the fastest humanly possible. This is Superman. This is the Flash. Like, it's not just like, oh, they're on top, they're the no. This is scientifically, like, they achieved this and they are recreating it. Like, this is different. We don't have an equivalent in our world of what this is just talking about. They have the what is it called, the Veramites or whatever in Invincible. They have the
Invincible Viltrumites, whatever.
Yeah, they have the Kryptonians. That's what the Soga clan is right now. And they are there. They have the Flash, and he's being beaten by this bug guy. Are we gonna let that happen? Come on. We gotta stand on business.
I will admit, you know, if the Mikaboshi start ore farming a little bit more, you know, we gotta see their other princes and stuff. If they're also ore farming, then I'm gonna be honest, no matter who wins, I'd be happy with it. As long as the overlords that are ruling over Japan look cool, that's all I care about.
Yeah, you know what? For a bunch of incestual bug-eating 1,000-year-old,
they look kind of good, huh?
Yeah, they're dressed. They're kind of. Where did they get that fashion sense?
Wait a minute. Yeah, maybe it turned into Wincest after all. Maybe, yeah. Maybe like after the first couple iterations of, you know, incestuous bad traits, they start getting into the good stuff.
Well, here's the other thing. When we go back to the painting, right? The painting that we saw. The guy looked crazy, but that was the propaganda, right? As one of the commenters said,
that was the propaganda.
So, but in essence, his like outfit and how he looked cooler than the Soga guy, I think, right? Let me look back.
Yeah, but okay, the Soga guy I thought also looked kind of bad. I mean, to be fair, traditional Japanese artwork, so it depicted him as like a, you know, typical Japanese samurai, and then the other guy was more like an ogre. Yeah. I get that. Again, we talked about it. Like, that is propaganda at work.
Yeah,
but I do wonder what they're going to look like in real life, because Ukizane did look really fucking cool in the sky. I'm assuming the Mikaboshi dude also looked really fucking cool.
Yeah, they're Naruto, Sasuke, they're Madara and Hashirama. But
I love how everything goes back to Naruto, Sasuke, Madara, Hashirama. Yeah. Like, literally One Piece and now Kagurabachi. We cannot avoid... It's such an iconic rivalry that we would just keep on referencing it to this very day. Even though there's like other examples we could use, it's always this.
Yeah, it's always this. They're classics. That's the meaning of classic. That's why you can never get rid of Dragon Ball either. As much as the younger generations want to be like, I don't really see the essence of Dragon Ball. It's like everything was built off of this. Believe it or not, it was built off this boy with the tail.
Whenever we reference whenever I reference Dragon Ball, it's always like the father-son Kamehameha against Cell. Because I think that's such a cool concept. Like, one guy doesn't attack, and then here's this other one from like heaven or just the visage, and he's behind him. Yeah. That shit's so fire.
Yeah. You know what I just realized though? In the
What's
going
up?
back to that painting, the OG Mikaboshi guy had a black centipede.
It was it's on his cloak, right? It's not like an actual like off the cloak thing. Am I
It
wrong?
looks like it's off the cloak. It to at least like this one looks like it's off the cloak. Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying like it looks like a design on his
It's part of
pants.
his pants. Yeah, it's on his pants is what I mean.
This
Yeah.
one, I guess maybe that's just beads, but this one it kind of looks a little bit off the thing. But you know, can't say. That's a good point. But maybe the black centipede is the true power. So Akimura got to it, but the Aryu didn't. Wonder what that means. Wonder what that means. But
Yeah, one of them is like a I don't know, Middle Eastern centipede. The other one is a Asian centipede.
really, I
Yeah,
didn't know
maybe
that.
like maybe they know about the varieties of centipedes out there because there's not just one. Like
Yeah, there's a lot of
how
centipedes.
many
Have you ever seen one?
subspecies of? Oh yeah, there was a centipede in like my older apartment. If I want to say it freaked me out, but killing it was just like, oh
Centipede
god,
or millipede?
I hate bugs.
Because millipedes.
Centipede.
Oh, okay, centipedes are. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, there was. Oh my god, there's 3,000 to 8,000 known species of
Mikaboshis.
centipedes.
Oh, sorry, centipedes. Sorry, I didn't mean to put the
Yeah, and
Mikaboshi
there's
there.
probably many more that are still undiscovered.
Yeah, that's nasty.
But to be fair, I typed in like subspecies, so this is obviously like one small like literally the smallest variation changes it. So
Yeah, I mean,
I
there's
feel like we always get like oh my god, there's like thousands, but yeah, just one small thing. It's like okay, it's a new one.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's centipedes I
Silly.
think that are like as big as you and I. So definitely do not want to run into one of those. Are you typing biggest centipede?
Yeah. World's largest centipede was 12 inches.
What? No, there's not. Was it millipede that are big? Millipede, biggest
And I'm
millipede.
looking at it's called the Amazonian giant centipede. It's 1 foot.
Oh, 1 foot. Damn, really? I felt like I saw a pic. Oh, maybe it was like AI. I thought I saw one that was like that was huge. I
The
got
world's largest millipede.
yeah. No, it's don't look it up. Don't look it up. Don't. We're not picking this up in the video. Come on, come on, come on. Don't do this. Don't do me like this.
Okay, millipede actually larger
Yeah,
than centipede by 1 to 2 inches.
yeah. It's 15 inches long. Can grow.
Yeah.
But keep in mind, guys. I might have seen one that hasn't been discovered yet because I didn't want to
Oh
discover
yeah,
it.
Parr is thinking about the ones that are still hidden to humanity. Yeah. Actually, there are centipedes as large as Parr and I, but we just haven't found them yet. They're out
Yeah.
there somewhere. It's like One Piece.
Yeah, just like the One Piece. It's hopefully at the bottom of the ocean or something like that.
Yeah.
But
Shout
yeah.
outs.
With that, thank you, Sai, for coming through for a peripheral vision where we tap into the other manga series like Kagurabachi, which is
We're becoming pretty consistent.
yeah, it's looking good.
I like it.
Yeah, I do like it. I do. One thing I do appreciate is me not fumbling over as many names. I am fumbling the pronunciation, but that's an always thing. It's luckily One Piece has like Luffy. It's and then Loki. Those aren't like fumbleable, But ARIU is
ARIU, that's a tough one.
yeah. It just betrays my.
I was going to say
instinct.
Arui or something else, but yeah, just
Yeah.
that. What are the other hard ones? I guess that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the new names, new series for us. So it's like,
Yeah.
we haven't sat with these characters for decades upon decades, battling in debates over which random character is stronger than which random character, which is what happens in One Piece. Which is why people remember these random characters is because we just debate about them, like how strong is Smoothie compared to
Batman.
yeah, like we'll do stuff like that and then we remember the name. So once Kagurabachi will get there soon. Once Zoro gets
Especially with
lost,
the anime announcement, which I bet is around the corner.
around the corner. And just like that, 121 will be around the corner too. Thank you guys and peace out. Thank you for all the comments too. I definitely love all those like really meaningful and helpful comments. So appreciate it.
Not a lot of idiots as One Piece.
Yeah.